Mariola hino bali anala bambang ka wikiti ka bambang ka tonyama. Badinglu anal badi malam Mr. Tenkobo aka I'm the only romantic man in my village. Badinglu bi natale Yankuba Touray la kisatolo kono komanto nikinya kamin tamida tiarasi comme faudra ko kumfarla. But anyway, jandi ngadum kata kono follow. Please ni authority mu ñu membal ti ñim platform ko na jang ba nga ñor TV la demandi please kato beke ye subscribe ni television o tajaw abe kuma la bakele e watu wati al inter ko bobe kala do dañu la le an watu wati be kacala ku jamala le concernant about membe kering an na yawan si yalla ku jamalo inshallah al be ku jamala jere do so de afo teme man ko lu tan mi ñim platform ro o do fero beke kato beke ñe video ji war ne video ji be don subscribe. You understand? Aku mara bake. So nga tentro ni jero sika ngadi alula an muena beda. Yo Yankuba Touray la kisa do kono, mbar nga ñor television do bandi pour al salon même mboten wala kamen na jaka ala skrimo ala pujul ka fundi skrimo do jal sangi. Yo please ni Yankuba Touray nun dala kisa do kono comment to kabring ya somon e TRRC. E atara je ndesane bari kul man na lakum, kul man na ke kum e ala ka kole akubati anin TRRC tema. Men kita lead council men kita esa falti kada on dadde wala bata ka e kacala bari ila kacali man na dinyola desane fo Yankuba Touray la rafanje condition doto men kita loi bunda dinkira doto men kita kidi bunda dinkira doto so that mean bi ala keso nada conclude le bi fo kibaro ara fundi kaytan Yankuba Touray ni bulanda la ko na sola ora so da fu jani ngadum programme ko folo me furade kum ko e kumo kuma chef dalla e me ya ko Yankuba Touray la ko terengten fum fu da fo ni bi yango otomo sinata no mel la ko kan sila kan wato o be ban e ngaji la ko sayente la moyro be kerim baki e ngaji be sunuring baki fana ndesane ngaji comme ko e akko bala fa warta bara ske nyaadile angale ko who love last you love the best so therefore ni me ko be ro nyama e ali se fero be kat folo nga Yankuba Touray la ni video jibe folo après il a ñing kacha men kala ni sain tempona wala beating ñina ko kacha fantang mu fantang mo lambi e ko kum fadla video bare be video folo jibe la folo nga jibe ko be keri ñam anu mune ñu ko be wulu wada ko trante ada nga ñu video jiba to ko ka dia e wolo fanta mo e Mr. Yankuba Touray e salam alaykum fadal ana terashi jibe.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, commissioners, and members of the audience. The legal team is ready and happy to proceed. Thank you, Mr. Chair. May I ask that the OSA inform the witness that he's been subpoenaed rather, to appear before the TRRC. Let's see whether he shows up. Thank you. May I ask that the gentleman wearing the black suit to take a seat at the place reserved for the audience. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Mr. Witness, could you stand up, please? Thank you.
Mr. Witness, if you're going to make a statement, that should be within the context of the proceedings, and that involves, because we hope you'll be telling the truth to the Commission. If you speak to the Commission, it should be telling the truth. So swearing
turn
in,
on the microphone.
Swearing in can go ahead.
Could you swear in the witness,
Chairman,
please?
No.
Swearing, if he refuses to swear in, you don't force him. just let him know that he is being asked to swear in.
Swearing in now.
Mr. Touray, can you speak into the microphone?
Okay, please. Mr. Chairman, I think we... I am leaving. If that is the case.
No, if he's not going to talk, we will continue. Oh, Lord, we have a statement. We have. No, he's not saying it.
Okay.
Thank you very much, everyone. I'll read a statement on behalf of the Commission. The Truth, Reconciliation and the Reparations Commission has issued multiple subpoenas to Mr. Yankuba Touray to appear before the Commission to testify as a person adversely mentioned for his involvement in human rights violations between 1994 and 1996. All those subpoenas were postponed, and the last time a subpoena was issued on the 24th day of June 2019 for his appearance and testimony before the Commission today, the 26th day of June. During a meeting this morning between Mr. Touray, the chairman, and the Commission's some staff members, Mr. Touray indicated his refusal to honor the subpoena. He is presently within the premises of the TRRC, but as just have been seen, he has clearly refused to appear and testify before the Commission pursuant to the subpoena. Mr. Yankuba Touray claims that he has immunity from prosecution for all human rights violations that occurred between 1994 and 1997. It must be noted, however, that even if this immunity claim were to be accepted, which is not the case, he cannot lawfully refuse to appear before the Commission and answer questions that do not directly violate the immunity he claims. Mr. Yankuba Touray has also been informed on several occasions that failure to respect a subpoena issued by the TRRC constitutes a contempt of court and is therefore liable to be referred to the High Court for prosecution. In the light of this, the Commission has to act firmly and within the parameters of the law to ensure that actions of this nature are dealt with the full force of law. I therefore have no choice but to order the immediate arrest of Mr. Yankuba Touray pursuant to sections 15(1)H and 15(2)B of the TRRC Act 2017, and to hand him over forthwith to the police station that has jurisdiction over offenses within this area, and a referral to be submitted as soon as possible to the Attorney General's chambers for prosecution of Mr. Yankuba Touray at the High Court. That's the end of our statement. We would conclude our meeting today, and Council, you have a...
Mr. Chair, may I ask that Mr. Touray be given another chance and be asked by the commission staff to come and appear before the commission and be sworn in and testify. If he refuses a second time, you adjourn the proceedings, and that would be it. It's just a request that I have made in light of what we have seen Mr. Touray do when he entered the room. It's a deliberate refusal. Let's give him another chance for the record and see how he reacts. I crave your indulgence, Mr. Chair, to ask him to come in again and be sworn in to testify.
Counsel, are you confident that he would change his mind and do it? I don't want the commission to be a kangaroo body. He comes in, no, storms out, and then comes back again.
I am not convinced he would. I'm not confident that he would come, but I just want it for the record so that it would be completely and extremely clear to everybody that he is refusing. I crave the chairman's indulgence for that to be done. It wouldn't take more than a minute or two. But let's just give him another opportunity to come in. If he refuses, it becomes completely clear to everybody that this is a blanket refusal to honor the subpoena by the commission.
Counsel, I'm obliged to help out your situation. But
yes,
after reading the statement, I don't want him to make a mockery of the statement.
I appreciate that, Mr. Chair. And I'll be very grateful if the chair would indulge us just on this particular occasion. Thank you.
Fine.
Thank you. Call the witness again. Yes, call the witness again and ask him whether he would come and appear before the commission pursuant to the summons. Go, yes.
And counsel, would he also be agreeable to be sworn in? He has to.
Yes, the rules are, Mr. Chair, that when a person appears pursuant to a summons or a subpoena, the person would have to be sworn in. In fact, refusal to be sworn in attracts certain other consequences. And it has just been brought to my attention, and I want to read it out to the commission. And this is, just a moment, let me clarify which act this is. And okay, this is section 125 of the Criminal Code. What's the name of that? It is section 125 of the Criminal Code, that is volume 3 of the laws of the Gambia. And it says, when a person appearing either in obedience to a summons or by virtue of a warrant or being present in court and being verbally required by the court to give evidence, A, refuses to be sworn or affirmed, having been sworn or affirmed, refuses to answer a question put to him or her. C, refuses or neglects to produce a document or thing which he or she is required to produce, or when lawfully required to do so, refuses to sign his or her deposition. Without any such case offering any lawful or reasonably sufficient excuse for the refusal or neglect, the court may adjourn the case for any period not exceeding 8 days and may, in the meantime, commit the person in prison unless he or she sooner consents to do what is required of him or her. The Commission has powers that are akin to the High Court, and the Commission can resort to this particular provision. I am not asking that the Commission commits Mr. Touray to prison should in case he refuses to be sworn in. But what I am asking for is that he be given another opportunity to come back, such that the record would be absolutely clear that when it is referred in the High Court, his previous action would be misinterpreted. At least it would be very clear. It wouldn't appear that, at least we want to remove every doubt that Mr. Touray is not cooperating with the Commission.
Thank you, Counsel. Can you come for a brief consultation, please?
Much obliged.
Thank you, Counsel, for that brief consultation. You may bring in the witness.
Please invite Mr. Touray to come in response to the subpoena. Thank you.
Good morning once again, Mr. Touray. The commissioners want to give you another opportunity to go inside the hearing room to testify on the oath.
What can they hear me from here?
No, you cannot speak here. You must, before you speak, you must.
I'm not going because the problem is the commission.
The mic is off right now.
It's off.
Yeah.
Can I see somebody else?
If you want to speak, you must.
No, let me have a meeting because we had a meeting first, and then let me have somebody to discuss with first.
So you are not going
To on the oath.
Yeah.
To testify on the oath.
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Excuse me, sorry. Mr. Touray, the Commission is inviting you, pursuant to the subpoena served in him, to come and respond to the subpoena by entering an appearance before the Commission. Are you prepared to come in and respond to the subpoena and appear formally before the Commission?
You want me to respond to you?
Yes.
We had a preliminary meeting. The
No,
chairman
I'm not
promised
asking
me that they are
you.
going to have a meeting. The commissions, they are going to have a meeting, and
Are
they
you
get back to
coming
me.
in or you not coming?
I came in.
Are you prepared to formally enter an appearance and appear before the Commission
Yeah, I can appear before the commission.
and be sworn in?
What does that mean?
You have to take an oath, promise to tell the truth, and testify before the Commission.
No, I'm not going to testify.
You're not going to appear,
I'm not going to testify before the commission.
all right? So you're not coming in.
I can appear, but I will not testify. I will not testify. I will not answer any of your questions.
I am telling you that it is a criminal offense. It's a contempt of court if you fail to answer the questions by the Commission.
Yes, I will.
Okay. So you want to come in and refuse to answer questions?
Yeah, I will not answer any of your questions.
You may come.
No, I'm not coming as well.
Okay. You're refusing to appear before the Commission.
Yes, sir. The problem is,
Answer the question.
is this an ambush?
Okay, that's the end of it. I am not saying nothing else.
Is this an
Can
ambush?
you end it there? I'm not here to answer questions.
Okay.
I am here to inform you that you are invited by the Commission to come and appear. If you refuse to come and appear, that would attract consequences. The chairman has already made a pronouncement on that. This is a second chance you are being given to come and formally appear before the Commission. If you refuse, we leave it at that.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Chair, thank you for graciously allowing Council to give Mr. Touray a second chance to appear formally before the Commission and be sworn in and to testify. In the witness room, he has clearly indicated to me that he refuses to appear formally before the Commission because he would refuse to be sworn in and to testify. All that aside, We want it clearly on the record. We want to know exactly what Mr. Touray is going to do, such that it would be clear to everyone. There won't be any doubt as to what he is trying to do. Mr. Touray, here you are. You're sitting right in front of the commission. Are you ready to formally appear and testify before the commission?
I am ready to appear before the commission, formally.
Can you take the oath, please?
I, Yankuba Touray,
I, Yankuba Touray,
do swear that
do swear that
I'll speak the truth,
I'll speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
and nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you, Council. You may proceed with the questioning.
Yes. Mr. Touray, can you tell us your full names, please?
I am Yankuba Touray.
Where do you live?
Bijilo.
Mr. Touray, what the conversation we are going to have is being translated for other people to hear. It is also being recorded, so it would be helpful for us to allow about 3 seconds in between our speeches, such that our speeches would not overlap. Can you give us information about your educational background? Microphone, please.
From 1974 to 1979, and then Muslim High School. From 1979 to 1984.
And what's your date of birth?
My date of birth, 9 June 1966.
Can you tell us what you did upon completion of high school?
I joined the Gambian National Army in 1986.
And kindly tell us your progression within the army from 1986 onwards.
I was a private soldier in 1986, later promoted to lance corporal in 1988, later 1989 a corporal, and 1990 sergeant. 1991 then I went to Fort Benning, Georgia for the infantry officer basic training school.
When did you complete the training?
In 1991.
And tell us what you did when you returned to Gambia.
When I came, I was posted at Kudang military camp as the camp commandant.
Proceed, please.
And later posted to Farafenye between 1993 and 1994.
During this period, can you tell us what were the problems within the Gambia National Army?
I am not going to testify regarding that, please. I invoke my constitutional immunity on all those issues.
Mr. Touray, I warn you that this is not the place to raise the issue of immunity. If you want to raise immunity claim, you take it to the High Court. Let me just finish. This is a truth commission. It's not a civil or criminal proceeding. It is, in fact, not a legal proceeding. So the claimed immunity does not apply to a fact-finding mission by the Commission of Inquiry.
Council, I still stand by my position that I invoke the constitutional immunity. The Constitution is the supreme law of this country. Any proceeding that is against the 1997 Constitution, I am not going to testify, and I will not answer any questions.
You may want to hide behind that, Mr. Touray. Let me finish, Mr. Touray. Mm-hmm. You cannot be interrupting me when I speak. I would also accord you the same respect. I would not interrupt you when you speak. Mm-hmm. So we have to observe proper decorum in the proceedings of the Truth and Reconciliations Commission. Agreed?
I'm listening.
Good. I will not enter into a legal debate with you as to whether immunity applies here or not. I would proceed to ask my questions and would remind you that it is an offense under the laws of the Commission, under the TRRC Act, for failing to answer questions by the Commission. You understand?
I understand. I have gone through
Thank
your
you.
laws and your rules of procedure.
Thank you very
So
much.
without, Council, please let us not prolong this issue. In the sense that I have appeared, when you ask me whether I'm going to appear and testify, I made it clear that I am going to appear. So the issue of testimony before this commission is out. And I do not recognize the legitimacy of this commission when I have constitutional immunity.
Mr.
I am not going to continue further.
I would tell you.
You may also use all your legal tools, and then we will proceed and see. I thank you. I'm not speaking. I invoke my constitutional immunity.
Mr. Touray, may I inform you that under Section 125, Mr. Chair, I think, hold a second. Mr. Chair, it is quite obvious that Mr. Touray is refusing to comply with the subpoena simply because he has come, entered an appearance, and refuses to answer questions, even though those questions do not even have anything to do with the immunity that he claims.
Aywa, I'm sorry. Mbere ñaay video ni ñola. Ndeysaan and man nim ko ni mam follow lo kam da ko machine to. Ko do bije e karamela maybe at the end ibina tinyo ñi nafa sot la jele akana ke man toroti. Wato alaman nal mo ya tankala man torola anim ma sibola anin tagiden tu yala. Wato alaman nal be tankala alaman nal be sutrala. Ndeysaan ning ayatar comme ko ni menkala jan sainting na ala ban dala be kala nyamin akuba kawa ku yala bakene ba yala fam han kabi ndesane no anyway amangere nga jed la fotron lo nganda mi di kam so therefore ina mo Mr. Yankuba Touray ti yaje and then I krisato me tan jang and lead council men kada insa fall so jang kachama tengete ma jang mi allo ga sibia ay sukuru comme ko dol kana nyami ke la ko kidami kachama sukuru mo flo te mo jam so Yankuba Touray abe semberen blalla ate alonne anin banko luwa kilin nal fanal man dafa demalon I don't know andu la ko do fana mala ba do yalonne ko Yankuba Touray be semberen da menna andum say ndela fa da men fala ñin jogoto but after ñaata demanding binana video be kum fala menna bina fala jele so therefore ñina mo ko commencer lati ani ñin tan dikere Yankuba Touray fana ko la ngadi ko nan ko doke amam fo jam fanko ma so therefore mbere nya video ñola wota ka ko kunna sutane doron pour dia mo kana mi because me na mi jambi fonni Allah taala man yaron abe ko yare mabakere bi to stand in front of you guys to speak in front of in front of you or to you know I beg so therefore Obi-Wan Yankuba Touray la last final video na ngojibe ndesan jojole ko kumfa ñaadi anum ko mo ngari ñaadi islam Yankuba Touray la ko dare mejo jumanto is it left or is it right so Obi-Wan sante ma ko fan after nga nak mo mfa wala inshallah Obi
have been found the convict guilty of murder, guilty of the murder of Usman Koro Sise in cold blood, and having considered that this court does not have any discretion under Section 188 of the Criminal Code, the convict Yankuba Touray is hereby sentenced to death. And pursuant to Section 252 of the Criminal Procedure Code, the said sentence of death shall be by hanging. So this court will rise.
Ibrahim Jete is a liar. He's telling the truth. There's no truth in it. He's one-sided.
What are you going to do?
What we're going to do, we live in Almighty Allah.
What are you to Yankuba Touray? What are you to Mr. Touray?
I'm his brother.
So that is a brother there. So you are also not happy?
I'm not happy at all. I'm not happy, and this will not happen in the Gambia. It will never happen in the Gambia. And if this thing will happen in the Gambia, the whole Gambia will be there. Nobody can see this. No, we don't. Hey.
So those are the reactions from some of the people that are here.
ci soxor ak añaan loolu lañ ko tëjee waaye lu tax ñu bàyyi ñeneen ñi moom ñu ne dañ koo tëj live.
yaa booy leen ko tuddee yow salal la.
Yankuba Touray suma doom la Yankuba Touray moom a yóbbu Màkka suma doom la.
lii dañ ko yaaga tooga dañ ko yaaga tooga.
da ngeen ko yaagaan.
yalon jam ti jam Yankuba Touray sama damel bela silang wol be pa stable wa mi xalale bari say janni bina la ñu kisoro de folo Yankuba Touray janni yak man TRRC andunde I have strongest feeling that Yankuba Touray ay tañol la sura tero la sura ay kukeñol la sura ay mon la sura mi ando ko adi ko communicate kabri Yankuba Touray sama TRRC Yankuba Touray ni modi dal ko ngara non TRRC de bari Yankuba Touray ara baram baytande janna ka fa ci TRRC ci rankan ay tan di alaw kaf ñoo ni tero dal ko kay tan ni kon temantare ko ko nim fola concerne war membe dendi koma ko la Yankuba Touray baram baytande janna ci TRRC la ci rankan wala lo kaf ñoo wala ya pousser mu ne fay ngalon ne ko jama tarde ko ba Gambia non la mu e ga mo susu ni la kayro ga ko wolwe ci ke susu ni la ma ci ngor kam ñagi Yankuba Touray o sembo to awu ma kamu ka tarda atamata after la ci rankan anday même min ason damo ko na awlo faram fontendi in front of peoples anu dunya fana nyaawol je asambeta luwa la koma luwa men no kabe laari komanto mo jama fana la fonti e Yankuba Touray ta ya sembentu yande wo joyoda iko exactly abe sember na wa sembeta kunkede ngajala media la mo jama fonti da jamuta amanjere ngamo to fo ba do yalla ne ko ifundira jamuta e be Yankuba Touray support le e kabe sember na wa sembe kuntale and nothing will happen to him mo ya fu janni ndemo to fa bari yalla ngalon de mi da fu jall e kawe sember na be sember kunkede mo be ye fanke tuba kala nati mo be ye fanke kubelo nati mo be fanke almala be fonni ko yim borani kan ba tora kanne kadu Yankuba Touray nyaaji bala kisko na kiso do fam be kono e namanke e koro sise la sayanti nde ma fa awda adan do da manade koro sise la nan koro sise la sayanti Yankuba sise involved da sal mento I don't know amanke kutimi ando ka shadaba you understand okay but so therefore and there are so many people mi ando ko na interaction wole kujema bandeke e ku mo jema bande fa but father mi ando ka jam ko manto ateri malon ko harma di wona nyanto ta katinya father malo won kubad it is harma di wona nyanto ta yo tinya meme den sayara tinya kolamla ite mo duwa je te sembe no duwa men koma isi famma ko no duwa men koma ha harba do nyanto ko tinya mambaro nyanta ni la de ye ko ni kanol ta ni fengen dum ten yo tamul bulo kono bari nyanto men beden ni sayala nyanto men beden ni sayana si fa nonula ite yo tayo kasara yo tinya ite mo fende je de sembe no duwa men ko ke fande ma koy kadu harba do la duwa be belo ni kadu do nyanto se e do ke kanda ke tanga luwa be fende na pour que harba do kanda ke tanga bo sa ni da ko nyanto ta ke tinya ko tinya ko lewon ndemo fende je mi ando ko de si fam protect no men ko ma baw ko ale moy fundrale ñun même be fundal santé des contest il to ñale fo ka tan ko ngon tan ngani kele even though if the santé will be free okay ñin koro sise ama be ta koro sise la bangole okay ba ko ngordon e mo andum tiara si ñimbe nga jibe Yankuba Touray fa to ka fu da men fa amansia ma ni ko ma fa amansia ci fa ñana fa nak baaw ma be jibe ba Yankuba Touray involve da min comme ko dolka involve ñamen mo kile mo tan nan fa mo kile mo tan saba ñu fen fa mo kile mo amabeda mo tan nan mo tan nan na faro mo kile mo amabeda mo wul la faro mo kile mo amabeda mo wulé mo kemela faro Yankuba ñin dong mo ti man nako muk bari muna la ko terande tumara men na futa TRRC aje kum ka te luwala long anda be sembir luwala fanan koma anda mo kuje même fanan sabo ni koma andum handaw dan ding ayedia e fraje so ala kola kuna na binati andu ngal something. There are so many people, there are so many murderers in the country. But right now, it is only feel that tomorrow men are hanged to death. Tomorrow men are sent so many food in Yankuba Touray, Yankuba Touray, come when you make a can sign. Sign no liam with Milan more clean one better more weekly naksat, more clear more tananifa, more clear more money. How do you feel? Do you think that you are safe? Because TRRC wol yela kiskisiro ke bandi wol manke joy bar modi ak intiara simbe nyamin intiara semo nyama monede broda intiara si molia un nyama abu jamal monela because molia am tan hanibe jam kan jefa e ka I'm sorry, I beg your pardon, please, we are not in a law court, so allow me to talk. Some people they think it's a child play. But right now, la bina pula mo ni lo in tiara si manga child play. Ni manga human child play. So pula mi anno ko harma dulu nyanto ye tinya ko la. Ol be kiski do ko am pour kay tan di ko ngodi no de men to tinya ko no bo bo de ka keso jabato. You think I is a play? So come on, ko do ke jibe sa ra men face ba. Ka do ke la janda men face samba. There are so many people me anno they kill 40 people. They kill 30 people. Or ma beta mo 30 people la saya tole bari bi be tamakan ne bari hano be fana man kana de because saying jogana do ko to Islam oto saying ni membe tiara shi ga so ko specially mele an ko habudo nyantul ta nyantu bale fa yetinya han ka bi wol man kana de because tiara shi do ko do ko bantare yenda me ko saying han ka bi de bol bi han say mel ko imam kan am saying tumana me ni kana futata they can found guilty the way Yankuba Touray also abinaga. So do you think that they are safe? So right now the Tenkaboko nobody is safe. All the junglers Monty men safe now. So especially those who kill 40, 30 people, 20 people. So therefore, me and Mama Kumandi, Kitty Bundo, Joja Kumandi. So if you found guilty, and even for by the Sorona. So you remember we came so saying Kafir by Yagami. Ngok e ka bes do kan na bakan not lo amu Yankuba is sentenced to death na wala sa bana fu abul pa da yalla mo ya mara ko ñenti ara ci mangi ci hanoti. Do you know how many videos in this country mo bi jemi nan ko fouté kema ñolla innocent people do biye wala 40 ñatali do biye wala alfa le fa wala man sponsor again no mo do biye wala ko kolya sifa do le ko no do biye fa do ko commencer since early age. Don't be able to batalong, but Kabila would fire Bondinato, will finish up a pillow of Faka. Don't be Korea Kusiva Jamal. No sponsor in Monson di Maquila. Or Nika Kumandikal Minika, and Yental from Magilla, let Jamon because I want to get Jamal Bankunka. Or Nalman Fangio Kono, and Co Albisimber Ruala. Or Lua sang a Dio Noble Bundana Bundla. So you know, Moti, Yankuba Touray Budum, Elapo and the Atala Latine, the San, Dodo Diamda. Alamane mani kafar kele imam fa foro nganyandi kala dan sura ndi udum fanam felante de television de le jam folo so ici ifta safu aleko de na banko de asi douane baki afa ala en taka asi douane baki na banko han say mambo de problème ni baya kolya bata keta bimbe nyamen jang fonni ala wallahi ko nyaajibe itala taro tarjirente al kono ndi meta fam to moy tera shi baki ko ha Yankuba Touray be jede e wi ga mondo tol fu nyamen ndi meta to jew nyamo ndal baki para felen di sayte ibna kam kido dum keda family la all in the name of Abraham and Kumasi because what is the point better anything? Sembe na min na mangena sembe lola. Kekinde bala kay ngutit. So therefore assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Great God.
You come and cry.
Whatever. I don't say subscribe. Okay, thank you.
Kula yere jismanin